इसमें बचने का चांस नहीं है। इट रेन्स वेरी हेवीली। 5 मिनट 10 मिनट में तो सब बर्बाद कर देता है। ऐसा क्या होता है कि एक साथ ज़रा से एरिया में इतनी भारी बरसात हो जाती है? व्हाट इज़ द एग्ज़ैक्ट रीज़न एंड एग्ज़ैक्ट मैकेनिज़्म बिहाइंड दिस फिनोमेना ऑफ क्लाउड बर्स्ट? मतलब एकदम से बारिश हो जाती है एंड इट गेट्स फ्लडेड। नाउ व्हाट इज़ द फिनोमेना ऑफ क्लाउड बर्स्ट? What is cloudburst? It is simply heavy rainfall for short duration of time over small area. It is Cloudburst refers to very heavy rainfall over small area for short duration of time. Indian Meteorological Department defines cloudburst as rainfall of 10 centimeter per hour or more. If it occurs in any area for short duration, it is termed as cloudburst. Cloudburst cause severe damage. They cause landslides, floods, devastation to social and physical infrastructure. They are very dangerous. Now, why do the cloudbursts take place? Where do they take place? Cloudburst is a phenomena of generally mountainous areas. Yes, in Himachal Pradesh, recently you can see in Uttarakhand in this rainy season, cloudbursts are very common. Hilly regions, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, northeastern part of the country, Western Ghats, these cloudbursts are very common. What is the mechanism? What triggers cloudburst? ऐसा क्या होता है कि एक साथ जरा से एरिया में इतनी भारी बरसात हो जाती है? What is the exact reason and exact mechanism behind this phenomena of cloudburst? मतलब एकदम से बारिश हो जाती है and it gets flooded. Basically, people get no chance to escape. इसमें बचने का चांस नहीं है। It rains very heavily. 5 मिनट 10 मिनट में तो सब बर्बाद कर देता है। What is the mechanism behind it? See, suppose this is any mountainous area. When cloud passes through mountainous regions, their movement is checked by this topographic barriers, mountains. When cloud passes through mountainous regions, they are obstructed by high mountains. जो ऊंचे mountains है ना, they obstruct the movement of clouds. Gradually, clouds start piling up in this region. Gradually, clouds start piling up in this region. One, mountains obstruct the movement of clouds. Second condition for cloudburst is on the ground, warm, moist air or warm, moist current is forced to ascend under the topographic barrier of this cloud. Warm, moist current of air is forced to ascend by this topographic barrier of this cloud. This warm, moist air, as it ascends, अब होता क्या है, clouds have a tendency to rise whenever they are obstructed by any barrier. They have a tendency to rise. But suppose this topographic barrier is high enough and clouds are unable to cross it and they are stuck, and multiple clouds pile up over here. They are stuck. At the same time, warm, moist air rises from the ground and tend to push the cloud further upward. As a result, what happens? The droplets of water which were preserved in these clouds, these droplets are forced to rise. They are not allowed to fall. It is the rising current of warm, moist air which rises from the ground because of obstruction of this topographic barrier. This warm, moist current does not allow the cloud droplets to fall. Rather, this warm, moist air further pushes the cloud upward. When the cloud rises, even more saturation takes place, even more vapor condenses into water droplets. So the size of water droplets become even larger. And this rising warm moist air also lead to the formation of clouds, and these clouds are continuously pushed upward. Because of this push of this warm moist air, these droplets of water goes on increasing because the clouds are forced to rise. As the clouds will rise, obviously air will rise, it will expand and cool, its moisture holding capacity will decrease, more and more vapor will condense into droplets of water. But those droplets of water are not allowed to fall under the impact of this rising current of warm air. As a result, huge, large droplets of water pile up in these clouds. And when this warm current becomes weak, it is unable to sustain these cloud droplets. Suddenly, all the cloud droplets fall all together at the same time, thus inundating the area with water, bringing flash floods and a lot of destruction. That is landslides, floods, and damage to physical infrastructure. and other things. Why do large cities attract more migrant than smaller towns? And discuss in the light of conditions in developing countries. Developing countries mein, why do migrant move flock in into large metro cities? They don't move to small towns. See, obvious reasons in developing countries, the metro cities or big cities lack functional specialization. Basically, in developed countries, cities are functionally specialized. A particular Pittsburgh that was specialized in iron steel. So, likewise, in developing countries, that is not the scenario. In developing countries, cities are not functionally specialized. Rather, big metro cities perform multiple functions. Now, in developing countries, since big metro cities perform multiple functions, or you can say diverse functions, that is, the number of functions performed by them are more, variety of functions. As a result, their ability to provide employment is very high as compared to small towns, where number of functions or number of employment opportunities are limited. In big cities, because of diverse functional base, number of functions are performed. So people ranging from highly skilled workforce to semi-skilled workforce to unskilled workforce all have avenues of employment. As a result, more people migrate to large cities. Secondly, not only diverse functions, second thing is within each category of function. Suppose you take schooling, primary school, secondary school, senior secondary school, degree college, university, research institutions, all are found in a metro city. In each category, like primary school, the number of primary schools in Delhi are far more than Sonipat. In each category of function, in each subcategory of function, since the capacity to provide employment is more. Delhi, you can take the case of Delhi. Number of primary school in Delhi is far more. Number of secondary or senior secondary school. In each category, the capability of providing employment is far more. So not only the big cities perform diverse function, multiple functions, so they have more employment avenues. Apart from that, in each category of function, the capacity to absorb workforce is far more. For example, in construction sector, you can take in Delhi, in in basically in any category of employment, the capacity of providing the employment is very high. So large cities attract more in migrants because they have they have they provide multiple functions, and in each function, the capacity to provide employment is much higher as compared to small towns. Moreover, in metro cities, big corporations and companies are there. Their paying capability is more. They pay handsome salaries. Although living standard is high in the big metro cities, but the salaries and wages are also comparatively higher. So more migrants tend to move towards these big metro cities as compared to small towns. Moreover, big cities are having certain pull factors also, which attract the people from rural areas, like better physical overhead capital, like roads बढ़िया हैं, metro facilities हैं, all these facilities are there. Physical infrastructure is good. Social infrastructure is very good. The quality of hospitals is unmatched, and the number of hospitals are there. Quality of education is very good, and multiple education institutes are there, ranging from primary education to research institutions. All are there, which attract the people from rural background, other areas, small towns and other areas. यहाँ पर बेसिकली तुम देखोगे छोटे शहरों में टेक द केस ऑफ यूपी बिजली नहीं आती है, बेसिक एमिनिटीज आर मिसिंग, है ना. हियर इन दिल्ली 24 hour supply of electricity is there. So all these factors tend to attract people. And one more social factor in case of India, that is social rigidity, caste rigidity, or other such rigidities are absent in metro cities. In small cities, people are more conservative, basically, but in big metro cities, no one is much concerned about the social aspect of others' life, or these caste rigidities and social rigidities are not there. So people have more chances to climb up in social hierarchy. They can move up in social hierarchy, so they find more avenues. All these factors tend to attract more people to large cities as compared to small towns. तो ये तो एक छोटा सा क्वेश्चन था. Now let us it was very simple. You can answer it with your own common sense also.